Well, we're on LinkedIn Live, and I just want to say thank you very much for tuning in today. It's a beautiful Monday. We had a great weekend. I hope you guys had a great weekend as well. I got to relax and expand my capacity a little bit. It was kind of nice. Hung out with some friends, went golfing with 16 guys, and it was a great time. Swan Lake in Plymouth, Indiana. Big shout out to them. Last week on our last LinkedIn Live, what we did do, we went over Ethereum, and we talked about reading charts and proof of stake versus proof of work, and what Ethereum was going to do over the weekend. We made a shout out that it was going to hit 3,300. It did. It went to 3,330, I believe, thereabouts. And all the other altcoins went up as well. But the main emphasis on that was Ethereum. So if you didn't see that last week, go on, check it out. It's about 40 minutes long, and we're going to do some more later on this week as well. So we're going to bring in some of the cryptocurrency. We got a really good viewing on that. So if you want to learn a little bit more about Ethereum and cryptocurrency overall, please go ahead, and you can learn about the blockchain, which is great. But today we're going to be talking about company leaders need help, and they need to help their employees advance their careers. So how do company leaders, and this could be anyone, it could be you as an employee, it could be you as the entrepreneur, manager, whatever, how do we help our employees really advance their careers? And so today I wanted to really talk about why every employer out there needs to place their employees' professional development at the heart of the company's policies. Their workers expect it. They really do. They may not say it, but how it is occurring to them is they really need it. They want it. They desire it, but they're not going to you, the who, to really tell you, because for some reason they're going to look bad, like they already should be there or something. And we've got this little, paper tiger right between us that's blocking us. And talented professionals like us want to really work for a company that will help them build skills and knowledge and further their career. Far too often, I think us as entrepreneurs or managers, what we think is that every employee is reading 2 books every single month, and every employee is reading a Harvard Business Review. Every employee is reading something to further their career in an area that maybe they don't know that much about. And we have it wrong. What you think you're doing each and every day, they're not doing that. In most cases, most of them aren't. The question is, you have to start that dialogue. Get into that bonding and rapport. Start talking to them and see what's going on with them. Find out how it's occurring for them on their side. What's their perspective? Managers should not minimize the importance of supporting their employees' career advancement. They really shouldn't. If they do, they risk undermining the morale and the productivity by leaving talented workers feeling like they're not really valued. And what does that do to a company's culture? Company's culture is really important as we move forward. It really is. So how do we make them feel valued? By communication. And for the long term, the company should face the loss of these employees to their competitors. They're going to be dispirited totally. And as they are, they're not going to be happy where they're currently at. And why would we want to do that? Diving down deep inside this on exit interviews from the last 24 years, we've been really able to identify what we need to do as leaders and as an organization to be there and listen to our employees as we move forward into the future. To show your workers that they both, the company and they, have their manager's support. And there's a desire to grow professionally. Consider applying the following strategies to promote development of your employees within your own company. Take a personal interest in each person, in each employee's career goals. First, if you're managing a remote team, you know how important it is to communicate frequently and often with your workers. That interaction should include meeting regularly with team members. I call them the one-on-ones. So you can stay attuned to their career aspirations and expectations. This kind of manager support can help your staff feel valued. Really, it opens up that dialogue. You set a time on your calendar to really be there as a stand and a leader for your employees and lead to greater productivity and loyalty. You can really see what's needed by speaking with these employees and opening up, like, what is the problem that you're dealing with and facing right now? Far too often I hear managers say, I'm far too busy to be able to do a one-on-one. I do group meetings. Okay, great. Maybe that doesn't work for you. Maybe the other one, group meetings, works for you and you can get that totally taken care of and make each one of your employees feel valued and listened to. Help your employees outline a potential career path within the organization, especially in a growing one like ours. We need more managers as we move forward, as we're stepping into the future, as we are seeing exponential growth quarter after quarter, so that your employees can better visualize their future at the company as the company's growing. Identify specific milestones for achievement and the supporting resources for each employee. Let them know where that's at. How can they use it? This will likely need to tap along into their journey. You just have to get that information. Don't give it all to them all at once. On that journey, there's a path. And usually it's a path that is going up a hill, not down a hill. You need to have clear direction and consistent communication from the boss and the career advancement steps along the way to help those workers feel more engaged. I think that engagement is being there for them, letting them know that you can call them at any point in time, vice versa, right? As we're moving forward, you have to have that engagement. You have to have that empowerment. You need to promote training and development within your organization. Next, job training and continuing education can help fuel an employee's career growth. So you'll want to encourage your team members to pursue relevant information within your organization, within your area of expertise. You need to have relevant business courses and workshops. Really break these things down for them. Identify where those needs are. Do a need assessment, a gap assessment, maybe a SWOT analysis. That will further their career advancement as long as they are here with you. Virtual learning opportunities are a must for many teams right now. It really is. And fortunately, there are many affordable options out there that are available to you. Even if budgets and our learner, right, at the moment are kind of like, they're sus on it, right? Keep in mind that an investment in your employees and their career development can deliver a strong ROI for your business. And I don't think we really take the time out to really look at this. In addition to nurturing that individual needs, you have to understand that they're growing and they need specific skills. They need help. They need help from you, the leader, from the executives, the entrepreneur. When you help your employees keep up with what's happening within the wider industry, one cost-effective method that easy to arrange within the host is like a lunch and learn. Take that information, managers, that you're grasping, that you're learning for that wider scope, and really bring it into a lunch and learn session and do it over Zoom or Teams. And feature either an external or an internal guest speaker. This is something that really helps out internally for your career here at any company or to further their career advancement. See, there's a lot of people, we have blind spots. I have blind spots. There's things that I really don't know about. And the moment that we get one word, one phrase, one little point to where something is at, it opens up a world for us. And that world could really help for their career advancement, as well as the people around them, as well as for the company that they work at. Also, give your employees the time and the flexibility to engage in the industry and its events that are available. Most of these are online, or now that things are kind of opening up, I'll be at my first convention about a month from now, in middle of September. Consider asking those workers to share what they learn on these online events or at the physical events. I do this every single time that I go to an event. I come up with all these notes from classes or people that I interact with, and I bring this back. And how I deliver it is through some type of forum, maybe on the form of a weekly town hall meeting. Maybe it's a management daily meeting. Maybe it is something else. I'm bringing this information forward. Maybe it's something I'm posting on LinkedIn. This knowledge needs to be shared and given freely so that other people can learn from it as well. This is how our society continues to build, and we encourage and mentor other people. And even, in some cases, you guys are doing job shadowing, which is great. Another thing to try is like establishing a formal mentoring program. Mentoring programs work fantastic. I have 5 mentors in my life right now, and they really help me identify who I am and what I can be and where I want to go. And they put me on the right track, because otherwise I would be right there kind of like, where do I go, and making it up as I go along. It's not really a good way to go. You're never going to get to your end destination by just cowboying it up. It doesn't work that way. It works for right now. I've been there. But it might be one of the smartest moves a company can make at any time for itself, as well as for the workers, personnel, and the professional growth for each one of those workers. Mentoring can also be an effective tool for onboarding remote staff. Though often seen as a transfer of knowledge from one to another, tenured team members to less seasoned employees. Mentoring is a two-way street, by the way. Not only am I giving information and they're learning, I'm also learning how they consume the information and what questions they may have and what things that I missed in delivering. There's something. Let's make a note of that so that I can be better. Why senior staff members can offer hard-earned knowledge that they've learned by their failures and insights and professional guidance to less experienced colleagues. It's so beautiful, and I've seen this so many times from people that were senior to me that are now retired, that gave me their knowledge and passed that on as a legacy. They can also benefit from the fresh perspectives that you bring, the technicolor, the know-how of the up-and-coming employees. Truly. Now, when we move into this, we need to rotate employees' roles. And the human brain thrives on variety. I suggest you also try out job rotation. It's a smart way to shake up your workers' daily routine. Consider allowing employees to work in a different but related department or position. A job rotation program can really help facilitate this. These opportunities will help your team members gain new skills, more appreciation for their colleagues' duties, and better understanding of the whole business overall. The job rotation can also be an effective way to increase cross-department collaboration and build rapport in a remote team. When we're remote, it's really difficult because it's not the same as having everybody in one cell. And the organization will benefit from having more well-rounded workforce. So as you go through this, if you're thinking of any questions or comments, go ahead and post them right now when you're liking. And if you want to share this, share it too. We really appreciate that. One of the most important things you can do for your employees is having a succession planning program. Successful planning can demonstrate a high potential of employees that not only want to invest in their own personal career development, but also to see the evolving into the future as leaders within your organization. Create a succession plan for every key position in your organization. It can motivate your employees to learn the skills and the knowledge needed for the career advancement. You can also identify at this time what they're not doing and bring that in and bring it in for training. So as you're identifying this, the employees really appreciate that. Like, hey, yeah, I should have been doing that all along, and I haven't. I missed that step. Your employees will be better positioned to achieve their career goals if they know that they have the management and leadership support. Even if your team is working remotely right now, it's still possible to make professional development and career advancement high priorities. It really is, especially for the business. Emphasizing employees' career growth can create a significant and lasting benefit for your workers. It can also help position your company to be even more competitive and have some huge growth along the way. So, I do see one thing here. What's the time frame do you recommend for your employees to advance to the next level? Emma Rose, that's a great question. Usually 1 year minimum you need on the job, right? Just to understand what this company is all about. Sometimes if it's a management position that you're stepping into, usually minimum 2 to 3 years. And that will give you at least an idea, a rotation into different areas so that you can better grasp the area. Also, there is a management training class that one should go to or go through, or through a learning management system. We use 3PL LMS that helps us with all of our learning so that those tracks, that management track, is all ready and prepared as we move forward. So thank you, Emma Rose. I really do appreciate that. So it should give you a good idea. So in conclusion, what are you really doing here, right? Are you helping and supporting your team members moving from an entry-level position to an expert-level position? Are you moving them up the ladder and promoting within your company? You saw potential when you were hired. Are you seeing potential in the people that you are hiring? Now, if you want to keep helping them, help them move up and make a career within the company, are you doing that? Are you supporting them? Are you being caused in that matter? Checking on comments. The company leaders should really start to rethink how they can help employees advance their careers. As a leader, as you being a leader yourself, do you push your team members to their full potential and help them advance within the company? Or are we just micromanaging the heck out of them? We can macro manage more so than micromanage. Most of this, we're talking about macro managing. How do we do that? How do we put our employees' best interests first and really match them up with the company's interests? And when we can combine them and meld something special, there's no stopping. So really look at how can you empower your employees, how can you give back to your employees, and how can you help advance your employees into the future that you're stepping into. With that, I want to thank you very much for joining us today and hope to see you later on at our next LinkedIn Live. Have a great one. Bye, guys.